Hey guys, Phil appeared on the edge. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new lights from MONSTER Smart Prism 3D LED art panels. So we're going to see how they compare to Nanoleaf and wherever else is out there that they may look like. Look pretty cool here, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I've got an update as far as Razer Chroma and LIFX that you might be interested in. Okay, I'm going to make a little room here. I love unboxing a new product. I've never heard of these. Didn't know anything about them until I was out shopping today. And most of you are frequent Walmart shoppers. I'm sure you've seen the light section Monster has over in electronics. Some of the Aurora lighting is over there as well. It seems pretty cool. It's fairly inexpensive. It doesn't quite work as well as with LIFX and Nanoleaf, of course, but I saw this and I thought, wow. I mean, Prism art panels, and there are four triangles, and let's see, app control. I should put my glasses on. Oh, let's see. There we go. App control, Wi-Fi, voice control, works with Google Assistant. So it should be pretty comparable, I would think, to maybe the Nanoleafs. So we'll see. Little booklets, design guide. Oh, that's cool. It's got some little designs here on the back of different things you could do. More on the inside. Telling how the connection should be made. Okay, just like Nanoleaf. And let's see. Wow, actual real instructions. They've got more instructions on this booklet than 10 Nanoleaf booklets. They probably don't have the website that Nanoleaf has either. I don't know. We can find out. So, okay, we'll take a look at that here in a minute. I want to see what the actual panels look like. By the way, this was only like $60, so that wasn't bad at all. So, I think my mic is falling in my face. Okay, now this is definitely different. That is a huge connection bar. Kind of reminds me of the rhythm on Nanoleaf. I don't have that version of Nanoleaf, but I've seen it. Okay, that's cool. Kind of got a rubber feel there for the buttons and stuff. Okay, cool. And, okay. Wow. It's kind of cool. Oh, and they've already got the sticky things on the back. It's even cooler. What do these squares do? Ow! I'll break it before I even know what I'm doing. Should read the instructions. Okay. So, got one triangle. Two triangles. Okay, then we got, must be the power supply. Feels fairly light too. Of course, I have to open the opposite end of where it's supposed to be. Okay, this is interesting. Definitely power supply. Thought that. I wonder what that was in the book, but these are the connectors. Here's a green side and a red side. Away from controller towards controller. Guess we'll figure out what that means in a second. Oh, I guess I can't really show the green while I'm on green screen, huh? I'm a newbie. And that's it. Two more of our triangles. Okay. They all have arrows. I think if I can do it like that or not. I think I'm just going to do a basic triangle shape since, I mean, there's a few other ones I can do here. I can do like a sideways straight line or starter kits plus add-on packs. Ooh, let's not get all ahead of ourselves. If we're adding on to anything, it's going to be the Nanoleaf. Let's see, should we do triangle, triangle, or upside down triangle? Let's see here. Green there, and then red always towards the controller. So push it in there. And always up. There's up. Okay, there's up. Do a red here. And then this one down. Ooh, alright. So I'm guessing once again we do red that way towards the controller. And then the arrow up. Oh yes, I believe it is arrow up. Oh, come on. May not have been such a good idea not to at least lay this on a flat surface or something. And we're going to do a last little link here. Boom, one triangle. A prism triangle. Now, probably should have thought up the fact to undo my power cord and get it ready beforehand. But oh well, it's all good. So, okay. Can't reach. Ow, the poke was point. I don't know how these are going to stay together actually. Give my Razer keyboard a lift out of the way there. We're just going to try to lay it down on the desk. I'm going to pan the camera down here so you can see. That's actually kind of cool. There we go. Turn the chroma key off so you can see the greens and whatnot. That is actually pretty freaking cool. So we've got different modes here. Whoa, light. It's let's see how bright it is. Not as bright as like Nanoleaf or LIFX, but it's still kind of cool. That's a very lovely shade of green. I see, and a button here for color and scene, so I guess you could probably shift through all the colors. That is actually like an orangish yellow. I see it's coming up there in the camera like a white. Looks like yellow. Oh no, that was yellow. The other one was orange. Oh, I see now. We're just cycling through the colors. Red, orange, yellow, green. What's blue? Oh, light blue. Dark blue. Light purple. Dark purple. Red. Yeah, you're totally not getting the effect there on the camera. I have a color correction on there as well, I think. Let me turn it off. Might actually help it come through better. Not necessarily. Yeah, there's the orange, yellow, and yeah, I mean, it's just pretty standard, like a low hue or light effect look. I mean, it's not way too bright like the light effects in Nanoleaf can be. Okay, so let's check out the scene here. Actually, I think it's the same button. Okay, so it must be the mode it's in. So there it's just kind of shifting, kind of a prism of colors, I guess you could say. Purple into blue, into red, orange, yellow. Okay, so it's just cycling a rainbow. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. It's just kind of doing an individual, like a little chasing effect around each prism. That's still cool. Ooh, it's like a Pokemon color. Went from like a yellow to a red, back to a yellow. Just kind of swimming across there. Now I think with the way that the lights are shifting, let's see here. This one shifts down this way. It's shifting that way. Shifting this way, this one's shifting that way. Okay, I guess once it's up on the wall, it won't look so bad. Because these three are in synchronous, and that one's just upside down. I kind of want them together, but it still works. Okay, I decided to put the light back there above my futon, because I've already got the Nanoleafs above the computer, and I've got the light effects behind me on that wall. So, and I know I've got the two light effects lamps over here, but still I thought it looked kind of cool back here. And I'm filming with my phone at the moment because I figured it hopefully, yeah, there we go, we'll show some of the color better. And it's still overly bright. Here we go, get a little closer, and that way you can see actually what it kind of does there. It is actually really pretty cool. For 60 bucks, I mean, crap, you can't beat that. And see, I don't know if I can get to the app. Okay, it wouldn't let me switch to the app while I was still recording, so. But this is called the Vortex. And pretty cool. There we go, the closer I get, the better you can see it. So yeah, next time you're at Walmart and you got a few bucks to spare and you'll have some RGB lighting, you just might want to pick one of these up. And it is expandable up to 8 tiles. So actually you can just grab 2 of them. And actually that's 8 tiles per controller and power supply. So, ooh, I didn't see any expansions at the store either, so I don't know what they're talking about with expansions, but it's not to say that you can't go online and find it. And I'm going to switch back to my computer here, and in that meantime, I'll actually take a look. One last thing I wanted to add on here, guys. They actually attach by these little center parts, but you have to be careful when you pull them apart, because otherwise you will pull the whole thing off. You see, I just did, and then it pops and falls apart. So be careful, because they actually, set that to the side for a minute. See, they actually attach those hexagons attached to the wall. Where you see me, where I said they already have tape attached. And once you attach the triangle to the wall, then you can remove it and it magnetically reattaches. So that's pretty cool. I wish Nanoleaf had that, because I could, I could adjust them and alter them and do things that, put them in different positions that I'm unable to do without actually pulling the sticky tape off and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you get tired of the pattern being one way and want to switch it up a little bit, maybe. But I just want you to be aware of that. So you don't get to do like I just did and pull one panel off and the whole piece come down at you. So yeah, careful. Okay, back to this camera. Well, there is no information whatsoever on the website about these lights, so they are that new. There's not even any support information, so there's definitely nothing about anything about expansion panels. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. They come out with something in the next couple weeks, or what's going on with that. Something else I wanted to show. I did a video on the relationship between Nanoleaf, LIFX, and Razer Chroma, and just to show you here what I'm kind of talking about. I was talking about how it works in studio, and I don't know if you saw that video or not, but I was talking about how the LIFX was kind of boring because you just get a dot. That Philips Hue gives you, a dot for each light, and Nanoleaf, of course, you get, each panel shows up, and you can pretty much manipulate it any way you want within the studio, but not the LIFX. Well, what I figured out actually was you can kind of manipulate between those four dots. I wondered how that worked, and the program here that actually helps you connect, I don't have it connected right now because I actually use the Philips Hue as backlighting for my green screen, and the LIFX is actually behind the green screen, emitting a green light towards me to help pull off the effect and all. So if I start changing the colors and everything else, the green screen is just going to in and out, in and out. So I've got that turned off, but you've got 4 independent zones here, as you can see. And let me try to zoom in a little bit more on that. Can't do that because that's actually my screen, but I can zoom in on that. But each zone represents one of those dots. So if you've got your lights set up in a certain way, like in the pattern that those dots are, and you choose zone 1, 2, 3, or 4, then your lights will light up in the order that they're represented there. So that's a little bit better than just thinking that LIFX was just going to be a one lump light, kind of like ambient light. I did buy a couple Philips Hue bulbs, and they are basically ambient light. They don't shift pattern or change or flash like the LIFX do. I mean, because when I run my my DC flash profile, like I showed in the other video, it's solid red and it's got the like yellowish white flash that comes across, and it actually races across the LIFX and the Nanoleaf, where it doesn't with the Philips Hue. It just, the Philips Hue stays red. So little tidbit information there on how to get all those 3 to work together. Now these, unfortunately, the prisms, they don't work with anything like that, so they're just a standalone product. They look pretty good back here on the wall still. I like it. So it was a worthwhile investment. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it gave you the information you needed. Do subscribe for more future videos about products, especially RGB stuff. And don't forget to like the video if you liked it. We all know kind of content I'm hitting, it's doing good, not doing good. And you guys have a good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this, and I'll see you soon. Correction, I guess I should say you'll see me soon.